being active is very, very important, but it's also important to understand how to be active, okay? Especially for women, because again, stress is a form of stress in any case and scenario for both men and women. It is a good form of stress, but depending on how you exercise, okay? If you do all sort of go, strenuous activity, that is a stress that is going to increase cortisol in the body, okay? This is one of the reasons why I always tell women, if you're struggling with menopausal symptoms, the menopausal belly, you definitely want to get your cortisol levels checked when you go into your doctor, okay? Number 3, chronic stress, okay? Chronic stress. Now we're getting onto the mental side of things, okay? Chronic stress, guess what? The same way, if you overwork yourself and it produces cortisol, guess what? If you overwork yourself mentally, too much stress, your body also produces a lot of cortisol as well too. And guess what? Cortisol is a fat storage hormone, okay? So you're gonna increase cortisol, and you also notice as cortisol increases, you might even notice all of a sudden now you got cholesterol issues. Now you got high cholesterol, because as you increase cortisol, you're gonna increase the amount of cholesterol produced in the body as well too. So you see how this one transition, decrease in estrogen, could lead to insulin resistance, because now insulin is it reduces the sensitivity of insulin, okay? So now you become insulin resistant. You also could have sleep issues, which increases the amount of ghrelin hormone that makes you have cravings. It also could cause issues with cortisol when you stress now, because you're overworking the adrenals, which are now responsible for making the estrogen and the progesterone that the ovaries used to make. So now that the adrenals become overstimulated, producing more cortisol, which also now can produce extra cholesterol as well too, which could lead to both a heart attack or possible stroke, okay? So you can kind of see, again, how these one hormone can shift everything, all right? And the other thing that's really important, again, stress creates cortisol, cortisol creates belly fat. That is that menopause belly that just won't go anywhere, okay? Won't go anywhere. I mean, I see some men with a menopause belly, okay? And again, it's important to know and understand it's because of these hormonal shifts that are going on, okay? So again, we'll go back through this, so I'll show you how the problem is the solution, all right? And the last one is toxicity. Toxicity from a standpoint of now you're creating all this belly fat, all right? You're eating a diet that is highly processed. You're using household products, hygiene products, cosmetic products, makeup products that all have these chemicals in them. Guess what? When these chemicals are put on your skin, put in your mouth, go into your body, the body has to figure out what to do with them. And guess what? It's going to put it in the fat. And guess what? If most of your fat is in this belly region, that's where all the toxins are going to hang out, in that fat in the belly region. That's going to make it even more difficult to get rid of the belly fat. Because if you burn the fat, now the toxins spill out into this area where all the vital organs are. It's going to spill out into this area where now your kidneys are getting affected by it, okay? Your lungs are here, your liver is there, your spleen, etc. So it's important to know and understand that the body will hold on to those toxins, because if you're storing fat, it means you're adding toxicity to your diet, okay? Or to your body. And if you're adding a lot of toxicity to your body, the elimination pathways that eliminate toxins are going to be clogged up. So the body is going to say, well, I can't burn the fat, because if I burn the fat, how's it going to get out? You understand? The elimination pathways are blocked. The elimination pathways are, the bowels. Most people are constipated through the kidneys, okay? Eliminating uric acid, urine, okay? Through the skin. Most people have a lot of skin issues. You'll notice skin issues a lot of people with hormonal issues. So most of the elimination pathways are blocked up. So the body's going to say, well, I can't release the fat. I got to hold on to it because I don't want these toxins everywhere. Also, from a toxicity standpoint, are things called xenoestrogens. These are fake synthetic estrogens that are now ubiquitous in the environment today, in our food supply, in our environment, outside of us, inside of the home, etc. These xenoestrogens, again, which are fake estrogens, synthetic estrogens, include plastics. So whenever you use plastics, it's going to have some form of a xenoestrogen in it. And all food, most food is wrapped in plastic if you're not getting, plant-based whole foods, okay? Even some, now they're starting to wrap apples and, peppers in plastic today too, okay? But those plastics have xenoestrogens. Guess what else has? The plastic also has BPA, okay? Pesticides, okay? These are also xenoestrogens. Phthalates, which you'll find in makeup, cosmetic products, hygiene products. Also, fake estrogens as well too. And chemicals as as well too. So these type of chemicals are creating a toxicity in the body that are actually adding to the amount of estrogen, but it's fake estrogen, and it's causing the liver transitioning to toxicity. The liver, which is responsible for getting rid of the toxins, is now so saturated with toxins, another elimination pathway to get toxins out. Now the liver becomes so saturated with toxins, it becomes inflamed, and now it can't actually do its normal functions. And one of those normal functions is to take excess estrogen. When you have too much estrogen, take that excess estrogen, process it down, put it into the digestive system, and then you essentially have a bowel movement and release it from the body to get rid of that excess estrogen. But guess what? Most people don't have normal liver function these days because of so much toxicity that didn't exist 50, 60 years ago, but exists today, okay? Grandmother, great-grandmother, and grandmother really never got exposed to that the first 2 to 3 decades of their life. And then here we are getting exposed to it on a daily basis for decades, okay? So it's hugely important to know and understand toxins play a huge role as well too. That's why I'm always sort of reiterating how important it is to have that healthy maintenance plan for yourself the same way you got for your car, to consistently do a detox. It's not just for getting heavy metals, mucus, acidity, and waste out of the body in the form of fecal matter, but it's also really important for getting rid of all of these excess estrogens in the body as well too. Okay, so those are the 4 primary ways of reasons why it's so difficult to lose that belly fat after menopause. Okay, so if those are the 4 ways that are making it difficult to lose that belly fat after menopause, guess what? Those are also the solutions. Do a detox, get rid of the toxicity. Stress management, hugely important. Working out and working out the right way is really important as well too. And then correcting the insulin resistance by throwing out those unhealthy carbs, getting rid of that sweet tooth that you know you have. And that is a huge part of the solution. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this is giving you sort of a new understanding, not only of how menopause and perimenopause sort of impact your health and how it happens, but also what you could do about it as well too. And again, if this is the kind of content that you guys really love and like, if you would love for me to do a masterclass, comment below. Maybe in January or a couple months from now, I can do a masterclass and invite you guys to it and do an even deeper dive to kind of help you guys understand what you could do to not only prevent this, but also how you can create a solution in the case where it's already implemented and started itself, okay? So in interim, just make sure you focus on diet as the foundation, your lifestyle, okay? Getting sunlight, eating properly, exercising, drinking enough water. Those things are the foundation. Start there first.